Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is part 16 of my One Piece overview series. Today I'm going to be going over the entirety of Punk Hazard. Last video we discussed Fishman Island. It was a bit of a lengthy video. This one will be as long as however it takes, but I think it'll be a little bit shorter. I know I said I wasn't gonna say that. But yeah, there's not a lot that happens in Punk Hazard. It's a great setup arc for Dressrosa. Just a little bit of a breather. But yeah, there's just a couple things I want to talk about. And then I'll just be flipping through the pages just to show you guys the artwork. Just a little bit of my thoughts on Punk Hazard. I thought it was fine. There is not a lot of stuff that happens, like I said. Trafalgar Law comes back in this arc, which is really great. That's about it. But the humor is top notch in this arc. It was a lot of fun. So yeah. Before we get into it, I wanted to show you guys this newest volume of My Hero. My Barnes & Noble always seems to get the new releases early. So I think this one comes out in March 5th officially. And yeah, my Barnes & Noble always gets the new releases like a week earlier. So the newest, I think it's One Piece 105. That one comes out on March 15th, I believe. So it should be at my Barnes & Noble by next week. So I'll pick that one up to show you guys definitely. And just I don't like MHA as much anymore as I used to, but man, the art is still top notch. Kohei Horikoshi is a really good artist. Like really, what the hell? Okay. Ignore that. He's a really good artist. Look at this page spread. I think I've said this for a while, but I think he's the best new gen artist. And I think just looking at his art in the newer arcs really shows that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. So for question of the day, I didn't really think about it too much. Let's see. What do you think about Caesar Clown? That's my question of the day. I thought he's one of my favorite villains in the series. He's hilarious, man. And it makes it so easy to hate him because he's such a horrible person, but he's so funny. I love Caesar. And especially his laugh. I'm not going to try to do it because I'm going to embarrass myself. Maybe I will later this video, but yeah, Caesar Clown, I really like him. He's one of my favorite villains. So what do you guys think about Caesar Clown? Let me know. So as always, let's get to the volume covers. This is volume 67. Volume 68. That's volume 69. And volume 70, which I think this one kicks off Dressrosa. Alright, so let's get into it. I think at the end of the last volume, they were already heading for Punk Hazard, or they were getting like a distress call or something through the transponder snails, and they were lured to Punk Hazard. And then here Luffy finds a pair of legs, and of course he tries to recruit them into his crew. It's hilarious. And then the other half of the crew gets captured by Caesar, I think. And then they find Kiemon, who's just a head. So yeah, the main thing about this arc is that they're trying to save these kids, which I don't think was very interesting. It definitely gave Nami something to do because she has a soft spot for kids, right? And then there's Law's return, which was super cool to see that he was a warlord. Obviously, he had ulterior motives. He wasn't gonna stay a warlord forever. That was really cool. And this wasn't the arc just yet where I started to really like Law. I was warming up to him because at first I was like, what's up with this guy? Why do people like him so much? And then when I was watching Dressrosa, I figured out why people like him so much. Room Chambers. It was one of the coolest moves in the show, man. So Law uses his super overpowered, ridiculous Ope Ope no Mi to switch around the personalities of the Straw Hats, which I thought was a really funny gag. That was my favorite parts. One of my favorite parts of this arc. So then they meet up with Law again. And of course, when they switch personalities, Sanji's personality took Nami's body, that's so funny. And of course, he's taking advantage of it. And then Smoker and Tashigi switch personalities. That was a really fun gag in this arc. Seeing these characters act like they're not supposed to. So yeah, that was volume 67. There's not a lot to go off of or to talk about, because most of these characters are just one-off characters, to be honest, except for Caesar. Like they don't really come back, which is weird. That's not exactly in One Piece fashion. Oh, and then there's Law's plan to take down one of the Yonkos. So yeah, that was volume 67. Kind of breezing through it a little bit. But let's go on to volume 68. So what they're trying to do, it'll say right here that that Law is trying to take down one of the Yonkos. And I don't know where he reveals it, but he wants to take down Kaido. And not directly. His plan is to take him down indirectly by destroying Doflamingo's his factory here that produces this chemical for the artificial devil fruits that he's manufacturing at Dressrosa. So then Doflamingo and Kaido will then fight, right? And then of course Kaido's gonna fight. Like they say it somewhere, but the saying goes, always bet on Kaido. Oh, that one, these two pages are kind of faded. That's weird. I've had lots of misprints in my manga. Not a lot of them like this. They shouldn't be that faded, but whatever. Yeah, honestly, man, there's not a lot to talk about. But of course, Punk Hazard is part of One Piece. And then there's the first Corazon, Vergo. And I really like the introduction of Kiyomon and Momonosuke because they quickly became one of my favorite characters, or two of my favorite characters. They were so interesting, and I think this was like the first hint that they were heading towards Wano. Or maybe even back in Thriller Bark when they name dropped it. Who knows? But I know for sure Oda definitely had plans back then for the crew to get to Wano. Oh, is this that scene? I think I'll get to this scene. Basically Kaido's first appearance. Oh, this was really interesting to see how devil fruits like reincarnate. So when a devil fruit user dies, this huge glop of acid ate the Ui no Mi model axolotl, I think. Or the fish fruit. The axolotl model version. And it was revealed all the way back in Alabasta, I think, that inanimate objects could eat devil fruits. Now, I don't think we exactly know how that works, but inanimate objects can eat devil fruits. So, like, this volume of One Piece could eat, like, the Mera Mera no Mi, which would be a huge waste of a devil fruit. And then when that devil fruit user dies, the fruit reincarnates. I don't know if it's like any fruit in the entire world or the nearest fruit. I don't know. Oh, I think no, that's not it just yet. But you'll see here that Hawkins, Apu, and Kid have formed a three-way alliance. And of course, when Kaido shows up, they decide to betray Kid and take Kaido's side. Which I think it was the smartest move. Because, like, three rookies aren't going to be able to take down a Yonko, let alone Kaido. So, yeah. No, it's volume 68. It's volume 69. This one's a bit longer than the other ones. I think this is the volume where Law and Vergo fight, which is probably my highlight of the arc. It was a super cool fight, especially when you know what happens. Oh, and then there's Doflamingo. Such a cool villain. I can't wait to get to Dressrosa. And I'll talk about Dressrosa when we get to it. I have some stuff to talk about. Oh, there it is. This was the first instance of full body Haki that we'd seen in this series, which was crazy, man. And it was really cool to see Smoker using Haki. Oh, we don't see Vergo using it just yet. And then Luffy meets Momonosuke. I'm just gonna skip towards yeah, there's nothing much going on here. Just Zoro splits this lady in half. Not much going on. I didn't really care much for this subplot with the children. So yeah, that wasn't the main thing. The main thing was that they're trying to destroy the SAD factory that Caesar has on Punk Hazard. And then Luffy and Caesar start duking it out. I want to see the full body. Oh, there it is. That's crazy. And then Law just straight cuts him in half, along with the factory and the mountain range that the factory's on. That is crazy, man. This was insane to see in the anime. And funny story, I was watching it before I had to pick up my brother from school, and I just gotten home from school myself, and I was really tired. And I was like dozing off while I was watching it, and then that happened, and I was like, what the? And I completely woke up. Yeah, Law defeats Virgo. I didn't know Usopp was in this arc, to be honest. I don't think he did anything. Which is okay, because he does some very notable things in the next arc. And then Baby 5 and Buffalo show up. Didn't really care for those guys either. So yeah, Punk Hazard. Not a lot of real substance. But it was still a lot of fun, I guess. I did like Caesar. Of course, I'm not doing like an entire review. I'm just going over this isn't a review, this is an overview, right? I just want to go over my favorite moments and stuff. Well, this is really cool to see Doflamingo fighting for the very first time. Oh, and Aokiji shows up for the first time since Marineford. So yeah, the Doflamingo pirates, they're kind of annoying, pretty much all of them. I didn't really like the Doflamingo pirates. So yeah, that was Punk Hazard. And then next video, I'll be going over Dressrosa. I don't know. I'll probably only be able to do like half of it because Dressrosa is a really long arc. I think it's the second longest after Wano. So yeah, that was Punk Hazard. That was part 16. So we're almost there. We're 70 volumes in. So yeah, question of the day: what do you guys think about Caesar Clown? I know some people don't like him. Some people definitely don't like him. But I thought he was really funny. He was a lot of fun in this arc. And at the same time, I really hated him. But I just couldn't help but laugh every time he was on screen because of his laugh. So yeah, that was Punk Hazard. Tune in next time. I think it'll probably be up by tomorrow, where I could probably do maybe half a Dressrosa. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.